What's going on YouTube? Jake Alonso back with a brand new video. And today we're gonna be talking about the tactics that I use that got me the 140 and all. Alright. Starting out, it was a 442. That's back in the older videos. What I have been using probably the last 3-4 weekend leagues that I played is the 422. All right, I have these tactics down in my recent video as well, but what I've also been using is the 4231. All right, you could go 4321 when you're losing. This is a new one that I use when I'm down in game. But what I've been using as well is the 4231. The 4231 is really good. All right, so we're gonna get into these tactics. All right. Balanced, everything balanced is what we do. We like to run everything on balanced. 50 width, 60 depth, right? I usually have it on 70, but for this specific formation, I just have it on 60. The width, I usually run 100 width, but this one is more of a defensive formation, right? So it's like, if you can't defend, right? If you can't defend, this formation helps you a lot. It literally defends for you. I don't keep the width on 100 only because if you do lose the ball, you're spread wide open. So I keep it on 50 just to keep a little balance of both. Players in the box, I leave on 6. I have it on every tactic. I just keep it on 6. Corners, I put on 1, free kicks 1 as per. I am missing a goalkeeper. I did have Zaha, I sold him. I'm currently trying to save for Mane right now for the team. I think I'm like 100k off of getting Mane, so we'll see what Mane can do. I sold nominee Mendy. So I don't know, like we may use Allison, we may not, but anyways, who cares? For the instructions for this, right? I always keep my wing backs on stay back. It's so important that you have your wing backs on stay back in this formation. Your two center mids, keep them both on stay back. Cover center. I know a lot of people use cut passing lanes, but I just feel like if you have them on balance, like their defensive awareness stat, I feel like it'll just always position themselves in that good space to cover like the lanes themselves instead of you just having it there for them. Yeah, cover center, stay back, like nothing too crazy, just stay back, cover center. The cam, for the cam, I put on come back, get into box, right? The get into box is only when you have the ball and you're going forward. My bad, I'm sweating, bro, like it's hot as hell in my room. When you have the ball and you're going forward with your cam, or like just in general from the wing, from your DMs, like when you're around the 18-yard box, it won't just have the cam the cam just like sitting like on top of the box, just standing still. When you put him on get into the box, he makes those runs maybe like around the striker, or just like just some like movement is what you need, right? So that really helps as well. Come back on defense as well. I'm telling you, come back is an underrated like instruction this year. Come back is a really good instruction this year, especially if you cannot defend. Okay. For the wingers, I put them both on come back, get into box, right? So like when you are building up play in this formation, you wait for those. So like, let's say you have it with your cam, your outside mids will they'll start to cross over each other and start to make some diagonal runs. You got to look for those. That's why you put on again inside the box, but once you get them in that one-on-one situation, or maybe a quick 1-2 situation, then you just either like a quick 1-2 B button, shoot and score, or a quick 1 and then just do a skill move and bang. But you'll always get put inside a one-on-one situation when they go into the box themselves. So I keep that on get into the box. It's been working for me. It helps me out a lot, to be honest. For the striker, we put on comeback as well. Basically, everybody's on comeback. Everybody on comeback. The striker, you generally want a striker that has some strength, some size, that's fast, can hold the ball. You know what I mean? So getting behind is what I use for this one as well, for the one striker. We know how OP the wide balls are and the over the tops, so like those work a lot. But yeah, in this formation, guys, you really have to build slow. You cannot just go bang, bang, bang. Like, unless you're playing against a really bad defender, then you can go up quick. But for the most part, like, you have to build really, really slow in this formation. But if you are patient with this formation, you will see a lot of goals. Because, like, when you're around the box, you'll basically have your two outside mids making that run diagonally while having your cam and your striker sitting deep on the back line to get him inside a one-on-one like situation. There's even plays where, like, if you have it with your cam, you give it to one of your mids, you give it to one of your wingers, and then hit the striker, and you're in a one-on-one situation just like that. But yeah, this is what's worked for me. Let me know if this works for you guys. Remember, this is for guys that cannot defend. This is the most defensive formation in the game, but also attacking with it, you have to be really patient. You know, like, unless the defender you're playing against is bad, then you can go fast, but like I said, be patient. The players will get into the positions that you want them to be in. And yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think. This is what I've been using, so you guys enjoy the rest of your days, bros.